Okay, so welcome everybody. We are going to be doing our booking blitz and we're going to do it in 3 days. Both Karen, Cora, and I are going to take a slot, whether it's a day or a night slot, and we're just going to spend, half an hour, 40 minutes with you guys. I'm going to explain what a mutant message is, how it works, and then basically we call this a gift of time. You guys are taking a half an hour, 40 minutes of your time for your business. And rather than us just telling you how to get bookings, we're just going to get to it. So here's how it works. I'm going to give you some suggestions on who to reach out to. And if you've got your list of 100, if you're if you're new and you still have your list of 100 and you haven't reached out to those people, if there are people in your shows you need to reach out to, that's fine too. But some of the things you want to think about. Cookware right now is the special in January. So if you haven't run a report in the past, you can always go into Consultant's Corner and then you go into Tracking and Report. Oh, no, sorry. Boop. That's for a different type of report. You go into Contacts, like your customers, and you can run a report on cookware, a specific cookware, like a pan or something like that. And then you can take those people who have some cookware and you can reach out to them and ask them if they want to add to their collection, like, hey, Lori, I just wanted to let you know, I know that you've already started your collection of nonstick cookware. January is double free products plus cookware is at 60% off this month. There are some great deals. And I know people get extra, gift certificates and Visa cards and stuff like that at the holidays. I was thinking this might be a great time to do a fresh and healthy weeknight meals with some of your friends. What do you say? You want to add to your collection? Something like that. Um, you can also, if you're just going to be doing messages, you want to be messaging people that you've had some relationship or contact with, or past hosts or past customers. And you can just make it really short and sweet. One of the things I love about Karen Batty is she is clearly a wordsmith.
Mhm.
And she comes up with great words to say, and she just keeps it short and sweet. Like if they've been a host before, hosts typically know about the host reward. So she'll just text them and go, best time of the year to host, January's double free. You want to get in on it? My next available date is, and then give a date. And so when we give a date, we want to give a date right away, like next week. And Karen talked on her call about, batching your parties so that you're starting them all on the same day. So looking at the calendar, maybe you say Monday, the 8th is your next available. Hey, I got 2 slots still left for Monday the 8th. You want me to slot you in for one of those? We could do a quick 3-day party. Something like that. So it doesn't seem like it's overwhelming. It's going to be easy and you're going to get going. Now, for those of you who have Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo Booking Blitz open, that what we're going to do is I think a really good thing to do is if you get anything other than a yes, you can put your screenshot of that or type it in later in there so that the leaders and others of us can give you some ideas of what to say to go back to those people. But if you get a booking, I want you to go into Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo and just post a GIF and post your hostess's name. Now, one of the things we're going to do different on this one is when we mute, when you get a booking, just do this with your hands so that we know you're like, whoop, but we're going to stay muted because we used to unmute and then go, I got a booking, but that's very distractive to those people who are trying to focus on their list and stuff. So we're just going to put our heads down. We're all going to mute. We're all going to stay on Zoom while we mute. We're going to text, we're going to call, we're going to do whatever we need to do. And we're going to try to get some bookings. And then this is a booking. And then if you have anything but a yes, if they get back to you, stick it in Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, and the leaders, we can kind of monitor that and get back to you as to what we see. If somebody goes, oh, nobody has any money now, like we'll be able to help you come up with ways to get back to them for information like that. Cora, do you have any specific? I gave a couple of word choices. I suggested also people that have purchased cookware to go and let them know to add to their collection because cookware is a special this month. We have the simple slicer and the multi-cooker on sale this month. So people that want to batch cook, prep ahead, that type of thing, we want to be promoting that. What do you have for suggestions, Cora, before we mute and message? Oh, you're muted, sweetie pie.
I told my team to go back to your Google Forms to anybody who wish list wanted cookware. They would be perfect to reach out to. Of course, any of your January or June 2023 hosts.
Yes.
Those are good because they had the double, and don't think that June hosts won't rebook for January.
Yes.
And then anybody, like I always keep trackers from each of my shows and who wants me to follow up. I'm going back to those to see who was supposed to follow up.
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah, when I looked at my wish list online, I put a wish list link in all my parties every Wednesday of my party.
Yes.
And a lot of them were like, they never knew we had something like that. So when I tell them to have their family or friends reach out to me, share my information, and if they're looking for gift ideas for you, I can share that with them.
Yes.
They've loved that idea. So I went through my wish list to see anybody who might have had cookware on their wish list.
Yeah. And even if they didn't, you can just
Oh,
say,
yeah.
"Hey," right. Hey, I was looking over, everybody's wish list, and I wanted to let you know this is the month to get your wish list.
Double free.
It's double
Mhm.
free. Right.
Mhm.
Right. So yeah. Any
You
other?
want to go Facebook Live? I mean, you can't do it in this half hour, but
Right.
I went Facebook Live with the multi-cooker yesterday. I'm trying to get a soup figured out, Sharon and I, for my party on Saturday. So I thought, well, okay, and I just thought about the grill pan. I'm going to be going on with that because I love the grill pan. But that's another, and don't talk about bookings. Just say, oh my gosh, what would you make with this? Or do you have any of our cookware? Or what's your cookware like? And then message them about, hey, I'd love to help you to get that for only, and then give the price and not
Right.
60% off.
Right. Don't say 60% off, but look
Right.
at the actual printout of what 60% off is, and then give that, because it's more wow factor when you do it that way.
Mhm.
And I had gone back and made a whole list of all of my January hosts from last year. So I'm
Perfect.
reaching out to them.
Yes, I do. I do the same thing. I have, I do screenshots of it, but I do like the idea. Somebody said that, was it you that have one notebook with all those different things in it? I'm doing that
Yep,
this
and
year.
they're doing it, and I'm not trying to, I used to write real big and save space. No, they're all one lines because everything this year is going in that notebook.
Yep. Yep. So that's great. All right. Anybody have any questions about Mute and Message, what you want to say, who you're going to start? So tell me, let's just go through for a second. Janet, who are you going to be reaching out to today?
I'm actually going to be messaging my realtor friend. She gave me a couple of her people to reach out to, so I'm gonna send them some messages.
Perfect. And you know what you want to say to them, or do you need some word choices?
Me and Lori went over a couple things that I have like jotted down, so I'm just gonna kind of like, do some icebreakers and see where it goes from there.
Yep, yep. So I used to sell real estate back when I was 18, 19, 20. And we used to give gifts, housewarming gifts. So the kitchen is the heart of the home. I'd love to help you get some closing gifts. And this month it's double free. So you could probably get a year's worth of closing gifts for, barely anything. Would you like to learn more?
So I don't understand this double free. Like, what is double
Perfect.
free?
So normally when you host a show and you earn a certain dollar amount in sales, you earn free products, and then you earn half price products, and then you get the monthly 60% off. When your sales in January get over $650, and I'll screen share for a second so I can show you what it looks like, then you're going to be able to, your host will be able to get twice as much for free, double free. So let me just go to January of 24, and let me just go to icons so I can see what I'm showing you. And where is my double free? It's outside of the folder. Here it is.
There it is down there.
Yeah, here it is. So, so this is about, so normally when you sell $650 or your hostess, gets 600 in sales, they get 115 free. In January, they're gonna get $230 free. So it's double the amount for free, but it doesn't kick in until they hit $650. So they get twice as much in products for free at 650 or more. But at any time they hit $200 or more, they can choose from any of our 21 pieces of cookware at 60% off. So page 2 here has a list of exactly what it is. So you want to be able to say that, like, oh my gosh, you can get the 10-inch fry pan that I use every single day for eggs for only $38 this month.
That's
You know,
huge.
like knowing these numbers, and this comes right out of marketing imagery. So free, half price, and 60% off items this month. And I always, you try to make it like it's no big deal. Like, oh my gosh, all I have to do is collect $200 in sales and you're going to earn host rewards. Like that's as plain and simple as it can get. And then once they say yes, then we host coach them to higher sales, to more performance, to bookings, that kind of thing. So you want to get the booking first. So try not to, one of my biggest mistakes is I give too much information. I need to, Karen's always like shorter, Sue, shorter, it's too wordy.
Mhm.
So if you're texting people, it needs to be 2 or 3 lines tops because
it.
they won't keep reading. So try to shorten it, think about who you're reaching out to. And if they don't know you're a realtor, I mean, if they don't know you're a Pampered Chef consultant, you might just be like, hi, this is, Sue, my friend Lori gave me your number. Uh, I'm looking to see, I'm losing my words here, but something quick like, hi, introduce yourself. I'm Sue Moulton, the Pampered Chef consultant. I got your number from Cora. I wanted to let you know that if you are looking for housewarming closing gifts, that's what they're called, closing gifts in 2024, you could get them for free from Pampered Chef in January. I'd love to tell you a little bit more. At
Mhm.
the heart of the home is the kitchen. We've got great closing gifts for you and your clients. Would you like more information? Something like that. Try to keep it
Okay.
sweet. Okay, Lori,
Yeah,
how
I
about
probably
you?
won't even say that much. Like I'm very short.
Right, shorter is better. Lori, you know who you're reaching out to? You're muted, sweetie. You too. I can't hear you.
All right, I'm gonna start with my January people,
Yep.
and then I'm going to my VIP group.
Perfect. All right. How about Sharon? You know who you're reaching out to?
Is an email from at least Jufray's email address.
You're on mute,
I'm
Sharon.
muted, Sharon.
Oh, I guess I am too. Oh,
No,
no.
I can hear you, Cora. Somebody's got a TV in the background.
Sharon, you are still on mute. There you are.
Okay. I went back and have my list for last January and June hosts, and then a couple other people that have just been so crazy busy. They just, let me know, and
Mhm.
I'm just going to put a couple of them who are sisters together in a text or message, because I think they would go together, and
Yep.
they have different friends and different, they have a big family but different friends and work people, so I think they could really have a good show if it's a good time to do it. So
All right. All right. So, and Mary already said who she's working. She's got a list. So everybody, let's mute now and, try to get 10, 15 messages out. And remember, if you get anything back other than a yes or a no, we want to hear it in that group chat so that we can help you review it and give you some word choices for later. Okay. All right. I'll come back on in 30 minutes or so. How are you girls doing? Any luck yet? I'm not getting any responses at the moment. You guys can unmute for a second.
Yeah, I'm not getting any responses back yet either.
I got 2 booked.
Woo!
Whoa.
Great. That's awesome.
Are they from the realtor lady? Those
Yes.
referrals?
That's
Oh,
awesome. So tell us
nice.
what you said.
The one, her name is Shatana, and I said, "Hey, Joey recommended you. You should have an online pampered chef party. I'm fun." And she said, "Okay."
Oh,
When?
that's great.
Oh my God, I love it. That's awesome. How are you doing, Lori? Any luck? Any feedback from anybody?
I did get one right off the bat. She's gonna check her calendar.
Okay, great. Great.
Nice.
All
So
right. Well, good. And Sharon's, unmute Sharon.
Oh, she is, you
Oh,
were
you
in.
were unmuted, sorry.
I put it in the bibbity bobbity, but
Oh, good.
the only response I got back was a no. It said, she said, because it said, what was the last one? You want in, and she said, no, not at this time, but thanks. Like real quick.
Okay,
You know.
so
Okay,
I would, go ahead, Cora.
no, you go ahead. I want to hear what you
I was
want.
just gonna say, I'd go back to and say, thanks so much for getting back to me. You said not now. When would be a good time for me to follow up with you?
Okay.
You know,
She
and
had
then
one well, when was the last one? June or July?
June.
Last
Okay, yep.
summer. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if she's like, you know, maybe this summer or something, then go back to her and say, how about I send you the new catalog when it comes out? The new catalog comes out in March. Like, so if she pushes off to the summer, try to back her up to like March when the new
Okay.
catalog comes out.
Okay.
And give that a try,
Okay.
but definitely respond and be like, thanks so much for getting back to me. I really appreciate that. And then
Okay.
say, ask her. And I always say, ask them, because one time I was thinking, a lady was like, oh my God, my daughter's getting married in 2.5 weeks. And I'm like, yeah, you are busy. And I would have waited 4 months to follow up with her. So I said to her, well, when would be a good time for me to follow up with you? And she said, how about at the end of the month? So I
Yeah.
was like, oh,
I know.
yeah. So
Yeah.
let
Okay.
them kind of lead you. And then if they go too far out, try to back it up. What were you going to say, Cora?
Well, kind of opposite of what you just said, except that I've done it that way too. When would be a good time? Because we assume something. But I had a couple saying, oh man, my January is too busy, too much going on. I said, I totally understand. Sometimes life can be super crazy. May I check back in a month or two? And she said yes. And then I immediately say, I'll check back the end of February.
Yeah.
I want to wait 2 months.
Right. Perfect.
So
Alright.
yes, either way.
Okay.
But both
Okay.
of them said I could. So
Right.
don't, guys, what we do today will affect our business in 90 days. So
Mhm.
as we're reaching out, we may be filling up, we're working for January, but we may be filling up all these other months.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, so I'm gonna keep working, but I'm going to shut the Zoom down so that you guys can either keep working and or